So you have to be careful and you have to be a strategist in life. And I think someone like Elon Musk lacks a degree of self-control.
I think you need to go all in on your strengths and stop worrying so much about your weaknesses. Don't try to be a well-rounded person. It doesn't help. Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
So let's start your day off right together. Over to you, Robert Greene. Also, if you want to learn from Robert and other writers on how to be a successful writer, check out my 254 Writers Wisdom series. It's free. The link is in the description below.
Anytime I deviated from that love and went into something else, I just was so unhappy. But even within the careers that we're pursuing, we can train ourselves to think like outsiders and help loosen up the mind in the process. Some of the most aggressive, powerful people in history had incredibly high levels of ambition, and they had to learn to control that on their rise to the top. That's how people become successful, is by their ability to channel their energy. So you have to be aware that the game is social. The winners in life have a wider base of operation. They have more supporters, they have more allies than other people. You're not going to get very far in life if you're alienating everyone around you, right? You have to learn self-control. If you're highly ambitious and you show too much of it, sometimes it's good to show ambition, but you need to show a certain amount, not too much to frighten people. You enter an office, 30 people, and you suddenly show that you want to be like the number one person. You're going to find your path really difficult in life. But if you show that you don't have any ambition, no one will respect you. So you have to hit that proper medium.
Got it.
And you learn how to do that. You learn by your mistakes, you learn by the people you've pissed off, that you've alienated, and you learn self-control.
Powerful.
I was on the board of directors of a publicly traded company run by an entrepreneur who was very successful, but who had no self-control. He couldn't control himself in an interview. When he was interviewed by a reporter, he would talk about his sex life. He had no ability to censor himself. And when he got angry, he yelled at people. He made so many enemies that he ended up destroying himself. I was part of the group that fired him as the CEO of the company, and then the company just completely tanked because of that. I see that all the time. We're looking at that with Elon Musk. You have a person like that who has no self-control, and it becomes a problem.
And so what do you think about what Elon Musk is doing? Are you saying Elon Musk is somebody that has fully lost control, or is Elon Musk a person who is going through logical people trying to tame his creativity, and they're clashing together? Because these guys are looking at profits, this guy's thinking about changing the world.
Yeah, but what happens is, like, your ego gets in the way. I've seen people like that. They think that they cannot be challenged. They think so highly of themselves that they can't stand anybody challenging them. So yeah, you created a publicly traded company now. If you don't want people to challenge you, if you don't want the difficulties that come with a publicly traded company, then don't do it. It's very simple. If you don't want those kind of walls, those obstacles that people are going to put up, then don't do it. But he made that decision. And once you make that decision and you're a strategist, you're not just an entrepreneur, but you're a leader and a business person, you have to make compromises. You have to control what you tweet. The car business is an extremely difficult business. It depends on mass producing something at a reasonable price. And so you have to have a scale that you can manage. And he never really had that. He didn't build his company up in an organic, slow fashion. He was too ambitious. He went too quickly. I saw that with the man who I was on the board of directors. He expanded too quickly, which gets back to your ambition thing. So you have to be careful, and you have to be a strategist in life. And I think someone like Elon Musk lacks a degree of self-control.
So I think Elon Musk's ambition is actually his superpower. I think telling him to be less ambitious, to go slower, is not going to be that beneficial. I think this actually comes down to self-awareness and knowing what you're great at, and instead of trying to cover for your weaknesses, go all in on your strengths. I think too often we try to cover our weaknesses by becoming an all well-rounded individual, and that hurts you. Trying to force Elon Musk to be something that he's not, to be more strategic, even though he's pretty highly strategic, but to force him to not be as ambitious, right? Say, Elon, dial back your ambition. I think that's a recipe for disaster for himself and for the world. Look at all the great stuff that he's done. Now, could he be a little smarter? Sure. Did he make all the right decisions? No. Welcome to the world of being a human. Have you made mistakes? Have I made mistakes? Of course. Has Robert Greene made mistakes? Of course. Does Elon Musk make mistakes? Of course. But telling somebody that you're going too fast, that you're being too ambitious, for someone who that is the thing that they're great at, I think is a big mistake. And so for me, this all comes down to self-awareness. And if you want to figure out self-awareness, the starting point is your one word. What is your one word? What do you stand for? What is your most important core value? I wrote a whole book on this, but as a quick tease to get you started, think about a couple things. One, who was your favorite teacher of all time and why? Who was your favorite teacher of all time and why? It wasn't because they taught you grade 7 math. It's because they saw something in you. They acted a certain way and you really enjoyed that. 2, think about what your favorite movie is and why. What was your favorite movie of all time growing up? What was your favorite movie? And then 3, what did you love about your parents? What did you love about your parents? Of how they raised you? Were they perfect? No. Did you have some issues? Of course. But what did you love about them? When you can make that connection between who your favorite teacher was of all time, why? Write down 3 words that describes that teacher. 2, you think about your favorite movie. Write down 3 descriptive words that describe that favorite movie. And then 3, what you love from your parents, how they raised you. What did they do that you absolutely loved? Maybe there's only one thing that they did, but there's something, right? Make the connection between those 3 things. You will find your one word. You will find what you stand for. You will find what your most important core value is. And then now you know how to live your life. If you come down to your one word being ambition, then it will not help you to try to live a less ambitious life. It will not help you to take advice to say, hey, dial down your ambition. Because any situation that you're in, when you're feeling ambitious, that's going to be when you come alive, when you feel amazing. And any situation you're in where your ambition is being tailored down, toned down, you make you feel less than, you're going to hate it. So my one word is believe. I need to believe in people, and I love believing in entrepreneurs. Anytime I get the chance to be around people, content, resources, ideas that make people believe, I'm on fire. I love it. Put me in a situation with a bunch of haters and negativity and people putting each other down, I would hate it. And so don't tell me to believe less. Are there times where it's my weakness? Absolutely. Do I at times believe in people when I shouldn't? Absolutely. I believe in people by default. You don't have to earn my belief. You have to earn my disbelief in you. And even then, even the people who stole the stuff from my car in LA, they stole my speaker, they stole my signs, they stole all my gear while I'm on this tour here in the United States. They stole it all. I still believe in them. I still believe in those people. Even though they stole my stuff, I believe they're good. I believe they want to serve. It's my greatest strength, and it's also one of my weaknesses. But I go all in on belief, and it serves me and it helps me net. Just like Elon Musk goes all in on ambition. Net, it serves him. It helps him. Does it get him into some trouble spots? Yes. But don't tell someone to dial back on the thing that they value most. I think it's a recipe for disaster. I think you need to go all in on your strengths and stop worrying so much about your weaknesses. Don't try to be a well-rounded person. It doesn't help. Now, I've got a really special bonus script that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that question of the day, I want to know, what do you think? Is it better to work on your weaknesses? Do you think it's better to figure those out and try to get better slowly at them? Or do you go all in on your strengths? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
As a monk, we were taught 2 things to remember, 2 things to forget. Always remember the bad you've done to others and remember the good others have done for you. Right? Always remember the bad you've done to others and the good others have done to you. When you remember the bad you've done to others, you'll always feel grounded, you'll always feel humbled. You'll never let your ego get over you. And when you remember the good others have done for you, you feel grateful.
Right.
2 things to forget. Forget the good you've done for others. If you get fixated and fascinated by that too long, your ego is going to grow. And forget the bad others have done to you. That doesn't mean you have to be their best friend again,
right,
but to forget, because otherwise that's just going to drain your energy forever. And those 2 points have really stayed with me because they both stop you from ego and they increase gratitude.
Yeah.
and they keep you humble and grounded. And so I aspire for that.
That's powerful, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want more fire and espresso videos, check out the one that we recently did. The link is right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.